rough time seeing the stream here, so I'm kind of playing off of a slideshow at the moment. Let me try to figure that out in the back end, but Ferris going to need a goal here within the next 20 seconds here.
Yeah, for sure. And they've looked solid throughout the whole match. So, and that's unfortunate double commit there from them. Wacko Wyatt going to put in the second one here, and it's looking like this one's probably going to go to Indiana. But Ferris, they weren't really outclassed in any way. I think it just came down to a couple of unlucky opportunities, and then obviously the mistake there on the double commit. But they had their fair share of offense this game as well to capitalize on that, and they can easily come back and win the next one.
And to be fair, credit to IU, that was a nice pass play across the midfield there, and that's kind of the thing that's going to differentiate these mid to high tier teams is the pass plays. Are you playing as a unit or are you playing as 3 players? So, not a terrible loss for Ferris here. I mean, This is a best of 5 series. They got plenty of time to take it back, but I think they can learn a lot from this game.
Oh yeah, we've seen them.
So I mean, was there anything else you took from that? Oh yeah.
I think you made a good point about playing as 3 individuals versus playing as a team, and I think that's something that they were kind of playing as individuals, even though they weren't making a whole lot of mistakes. I didn't see as many passing plays as I would have liked. There was a couple attempts, but obviously nothing was developing that was threatening enough to get them a goal in that game. So, but overall their fundamentals are solid. There was one double commit that cost them that goal, but they are rotating pretty solidly, I would say.
Yeah, I don't really know if there's a whole lot of takeaways. That was a rough game 1. It happens. You go next. If we have the same thing happen next game, maybe got to look a little deeper into things. But I'm not too concerned. They looked all right. So I guess we'll see what happens in this game too. It looks like we're already well underway. And let's just see if we can keep throwing some more passes into the midfield.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward save there Hogenair had to make. And another one here for Sponge, but he does get it away. A demo from Indiana.
And right there.
Pressure here. Yeah,
go ahead. It looks like looking at that pass, Wyatt up onto the sidewall. You got Velocity over to Wacko on the sidewall there. They're just connecting very well as a team right now. So it looks like we've got some good communication going on from the Indiana side of things. Let's see if Ferris can kind of pick up on that and maybe cut some of those passes off in the midfield and get counterattacks. I think might be the strategy going out here. There's a nice touch in from Sponge to get some offensive pressure going, and this one floating dangerously in front of the IU half. Finally, a big clear out there, but Chop sends it right back in. Let's see if he can get an aerial play over. He plays it to the side, kind of to nobody. I think he was just trying to beat an attacker there. Sponge with an opportunity there as well. Just IU defending like a brick wall right now. Let's see if they've got
good boost steals from Ferris,
in the right position. Yeah, you see Wyatt going out to that mid boost all the way out of position there, and I think that's a result of that. And a huge fake from Velocity. Somebody from Ferris just went flying into the shadow realm off of that hit. But nothing too dangerous off of it, just maybe a little bit of embarrassment. And here's an open net for Flebexi, and yeah, he's just going to send that home every day. I'm not too sure what happened there, but let's see if we had any kind of demos in the back line here.
One demo
missing the touch on the back wall.
Yeah, just a little bit of a mistouch. Yeah, the rotations haven't quite been there. I mean, there was a demo, but again, Hogenair missed that touch, and yeah, now you're starting to wonder if there's something they should change up. After game 1, it was like, okay, they played pretty well. I wouldn't feel the need to change anything too drastically, but now it seems like they can't really even get the offensive pressure they were getting in the previous game, and it's been pretty much all IU for this game.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's going to have to be some kind of change in their play style if they're playing, I don't know, maybe a bit more big clear-wise. But they seem to have a decent amount of offensive pressure, so I'm not too sure what they need up against a really good team in IU.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting some offense here right now, and I don't know if it's a boost problem or what, but it does seem like they're kind of abandoning the play a little too soon sometimes. And again, it could just be a boost thing, but I mean, I've also seen Ferris getting a good amount of boost steals themselves, and so I don't know, I wonder if it's just a little bit of hesitation.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because it really doesn't, like, when you look at any individual play, there's nothing too obvious. As Colossi is, all the IU players look pretty solid, especially Flipexy and Wacky, but they're all doing their thing. I think they're just playing up against a very good team that knows each other very well. But that comes with its own inherent weaknesses and things you can exploit. As Hogue comes up nice and early to a challenge there and just still gets dusted. It looks like a little bit of a
Lots of
mismatch so
fakes
far,
going
but
out
nothing Ferris
here.
can't overcome. Are we going to call them fakes?
Yeah.
Are we going to call them whiffs? Who knows?
We're going to call them whiffs. I mean, Indiana's had their fair share of whiffs, but so has Ferris. And, so there's definitely, there's gaps on both sides that can be exploited. And, Ferris just hasn't really done that to Indiana as much as they have to Ferris. So.
Oof. Yeah, I see what that was not a whiff. That was just Sponge getting completely faked. And then there's another demo coming out from the midfield. I think that IU is hunting out those demos specifically in the midfield. We've seen that quite a few times here. As Chops is up this one, and he passes slightly left of Sponge. Cut off well by Wyatt, though. Hogue might have an opportunity here off of that bounce, but 50'd out well. They're at least keeping up a little bit of
double
pressure.
Demo.
There's 55 seconds left.
Yeah, Hogan are demoing two players at the exact same moment there. That's an unlucky pinch. Doesn't quite go in, but it's going to make it so that Ferris has to start playing some defense here. And 41 seconds. They want to score here pretty soon. They do not want to have to reverse sweep this series. And that's a questionable touch from Hoganeer, hitting it off his own backboard, but he doesn't get punished for it. And that's a kind of a bad touch from Colosity too. There's it's a little bit of a scramble here in the last few seconds. This one's a little dangerous. If Chop can get there first.
We're seeing the last minute scramble going on here for sure.
And I think that clear right there might do it. Unless Ferris can keep it up and put it all the way on the other side of the field here. Yeah, looks like game 2 going to Indiana. And yeah, neither game was really, neither game was a blowout by any means. It was just the small things I feel like that got Ferris in the end.
So yeah, IU just seems to be playing as a very put together team, and I think they're doing a lot of the right things at the right times. And I don't know how much credit to give them. They look good, but also the things that are falling together to them just look a little bit fortunate. I don't think Ferris is necessarily playing bad. I just think that they kind of need to get all on the same page of, are we going for hard offensive pressure? Are we going to control the midfield? Are we playing the defensive counterattack game? It kind of just seems like they're playing whatever comes their way. And I think they need to assert their will a little bit more in this game 3. So let's see if they can do that. I mean, they're going to have to pull off the reverse sweep and get 3 wins in a row here. I don't think it's impossible, and neither of these games have been a blowout.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's well said. They definitely need to kind of assert their gameplay here. And both teams they've had their whiffs, they've had their mistakes. And so, I mean, if Ferris can stop making their mistakes, then I think as long as Indiana keeps making theirs, then they can finally make something happen in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Chop gonna follow that all the way to the corner, gets a 50 out. Hoganer's able to up. Sponge didn't want to rotate in there. He saw that he was probably going to get beat. And that's a whiff on the backboard. But the shot isn't on target. This is a 2v1 breakaway opportunity. The demo comes through, but not before the clear was made. So it's all the way back to the Ferris half now. And they're going to have to start from scratch.
Yeah, I wish I could see this game right now. I mean, I'm in full robot mode even. This is all you for a minute here, man.
See issues. All right, I'll just keep it going then. Up the sidewall from Hoganator. Chop Jr. is going to follow this one up. He gets 50 by Wacko Wyatt, but he does win that challenge. Good pass upfield from Colossi. Wacko Wyatt's still there. Gets a touch, but it's a little bit awkward for his teammates. A couple of whiffs in a row. This is actually on a wide open net. I don't think Wyatt's getting back. And that's a goal for Chop Jr. I was surprised to see this one go through, but yeah, all the Indiana players just pushed up a little too much and also weren't hitting the ball. So Chop just comes through and says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that open net." And so, yeah, Ferris getting their first lead in the series here. It's good to see that they've finally scored one in this series. That's also their first goal as well. So, they got the confidence in their engines ready to go. And that's a good pass in the middle from Sponge. Chop doesn't quite make contact, but you can kind of tell Ferris is a little bit more fired up right now. They're feeling confident that they can take this series back, and especially with a lead in this game, that's a step in the right direction. So Chop here gonna pass it mid, but no one was there. I don't think anyone expected all the Indiana players to miss. But Ferris with a lot of pressure right now, and that's another not really a wide open net, just kind of a misplay from Colosity. That looks like he just backflipped. So that's a 2-goal lead now for Ferris. More than half the game left to go, though. There's still plenty of time for Indiana to take this one back, but they do seem like they're making more mistakes than they were before, maybe getting a little nervous, realizing they haven't quite won this one yet. Hogan just get right off of the car, but Colossi has a good clear over to Wyatt on the side. Sponge going to try to stop this attack here. 2 commit from Ferris. This could be a shot for Indiana, but no, it gets cleared away again. And Ferris with a little possession. Sponge and Hogan are both kind of going for it, and then both backed off at the same time, so it just left it open for an Indiana player to come in. But now we have Sponge with a good clear. A little bit of a 1v1 here. Hits off the sidewall, but Flipexi is there to save it. Wacko Wyatt with a clear up field. Both his teammates go. Sponge clears it well, and over the third. This could be a good opportunity for Ferris as well. But they're hanging a little too far back to capitalize on that one. Yeah, they're holding strong here. I haven't seen them really struggle too much on defense. For the most part, it's just been not quite getting on offense as quickly as they could. A lot of that is due to the Indiana mistakes, but that goal from Flipexi is not a mistake. That is exactly what he wanted to do with that one. And good awkward pass off the back wall from Colosity there, and Hoganer didn't quite read it, so Flipexi just puts that in the bottom right corner and makes this a 1-goal game. And Jeremiah, are you back with me, or still working out some problems?
Looks like he's still working out some things, but Chaotix, I am here with you today.
Yeah, I guess he is still not with me, so I will just keep the show going. And another goal from Flipexi. He ties this game up. Yeah, I didn't quite see how this one went in, but
just kind of chipped it over.
It's an awkward pass off the back wall, and 2 players from Ferris went, leaving Hoganator alone, and he didn't have the positioning to make that save.
Correct. Chop Jr. going downfield here today. Ferris taking a lead early in this, but end up tying it up. Are you nervous heading into this last 50 seconds?
Yeah, I'd be a little nervous. They had the lead early on in the game, and they're probably feeling pretty good, but obviously it's tied up now, and the other team is the one to score the last 2 goals, so the momentum has kind of shifted again. And I'm sure they know they can do it here, and it is going to be really tense in these last few seconds here, because this could be elimination for them, and possibly ruining their chance at the playoffs, especially if they get swept here. That doesn't look well for tiebreaker scenarios where they could get in as a 4-2.
Okay, nice. He chips it back in front. That back pass had me scared. It looked like it was going in for a second, but luckily it rimmed out.
Overtime here in Game 3. Could be the end of Ferris' season, or they could turn it around right here. And they've definitely looked good throughout this whole series. It's just been a couple things not quite gone their way. And, they've kept it close the whole time. That's a good clear. Sponge going to get the bump. He does not. That would have been a great play from him. Hogan now with some possession in the corner. Gets blocked out by Flipexi, but there's a bump on him, and Chop now keeping this ball on the Indiana half. And they're all a little bit low on boost right now. Flipexi having to slow that one down. Hogan coming in to challenge him. Gets this pass out mid to a teammate. Sponge hits it, but it gets bumped out of the way as well, so Wacko Wyatt's going to take this one. And that's a little bit awkward. A good pass. Not quite the shot Chop was looking for on that, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, not
so they're
quite.
going to have to regroup here.
Luckily, it didn't end the game. We're still able to continue this overtime here.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that...
As I say that, catch the curse, right? Of course.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky that pinch from Velocity and Sponge. And, yeah, that'll be the sweep for Indiana University. Chop Jr. immediately leaving the match. Not happy about that one, but yeah. So that's a sweep right there, and unfortunate for Ferris. They were looking to clinch their spot in the playoffs there with a 5-1 record, but now they at 4-2. It's looking a little less likely, but
with the tiebreaker
scenarios,
isn't it? Is it typically game record, correct?
It's typically game record, but actually I've found out for the Challenger League, it's based on the strength of your opponents that you played.
Gotcha.
So I guess the records of all the teams they played this season, if they are, if the teams they lost to basically are better than teams that other teams lost to, they'll make it in. But yeah, we don't have to worry about calculating that all out. That's the league can do that.
Yeah, we will leave it in trusted hands to say the least.
So yeah, so Crimson and Gold, Gold with their forfeit win earlier, will both be 4-2 on the season. I'm sure Gold is feeling a little bit lucky, but so yeah, they both have a chance to make it into the playoffs, and we'll see if they do. But if not, this will be our last week for this season casting Rocket League. So it's been a pleasure, and hope to see you guys back here next season.
Yes.
Anything else coming up, Coach
Yes,
Eaton?
we've got the Michigan Bandwidth Bowl coming up. Actually, before that, we're doing the Crimson Clash. I will let you guys know official dates as soon as the venue itself has confirmed. But I've confirmed with our Smash leadership here on the dates they want to get that done. And actually, the collegiate, so the Crimson Clash is just a regular Smash tournament, like the one we've held every year, a big event, always fun to come and watch. But this year we're adding on something special to it as well, where if you're registered with a school, if you're from a university, however you place will help out your university. So it'll help give additional points to the Bandwidth Bowl. So it'll actually count for the Bandwidth Bowl, which is will be the week after as well. So it's going to be kind of combined in that. So Smash gets representation in this year's Bandwidth Bowl. So I'm pretty excited to announce that. So we'll have a little bit more of the details finalized in a post coming out soon. But we're excited to have Smash as a part of that. And get the Bandwidth Bowl kind of kicking this year. It's going to be pretty big, pretty fun event. Come out, have a fun stuff, get to watch stuff. We want to do stuff over the summer as well, so expect to see the stream live more this summer than any other summer before. But that's actually
exciting stuff.
Yes, definitely. Stay tuned. So, make sure to follow us on Twitter. Go follow Ferris Esports. Go interact with our stuff. It helps us out a ton. And actually, today, this is the shortest stream that we've done all semester, so it's only going to be the one series of Rocket League 0-3, which is unfortunate, but we will come back tomorrow with two matches for the Call of Duty teams, which is pretty exciting. Those teams are doing very well, and they're looking to make it in the Challenger playoffs for NACE as well. So we're excited to see how they finish out the season and how that team can kind of come swinging. So thank you guys all for coming out today. Did you have any final words, Chaotix?
No, that was about it. We'll see you guys some other time, maybe Bandwidth Bowl or
yes, we
something
will.
like that.
We'll bring you on for the Bandwidth Bowl for sure. See you guys all then.
Yeah. Yep. See ya.